said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Let's go! Break! Guessing offense! Here we go!
Dropping back, it's Bagway. The short hands, it's Brown. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people.
Wide open spaces. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Going up top. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Runs through the tackle. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Oh, that's really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mints up there and catching the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Intercepted. It's even a Heisman Trophy contender to have a miscue.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Lagway. They get to him as he throws. Complete in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's turning it loose into the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Might be changing the route. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying play action. Looking for an open area to his left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Fresno State is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to USC. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big
Ernie on the Jets. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He'll return it. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Manning. They're working that left side. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen one down.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Make sure that one fell incomplete.
This time it's complete. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the 1st down, and stay on the field.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. What if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road? I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Now improvising. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He's got it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air. It's Lagway. Finds his man. It's Brown. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield on first down. Skips away from pressure. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more done. point, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He's loose. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Lockett. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it inside the 10. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Lagway. With the catch, it's Daniels. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Cal is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Berkeley for some time. They're up 14 over the Judicials. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Quickly out to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Leaves it with the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Try to get it to the edge. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
He's going for it all. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Trying to take it back. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can flip the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Pressure coming. Buys a little extra time. Quarterback strolling away from heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. They just keep firing. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
They're set to kick take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He had...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find...
Brings it in down the left side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Got a man, it's Brown. Got room at the 35. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Gators are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires downfield. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Manning. Going to take a shot at this DB. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Making side adjustments here. Going to swing it on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The throw to the outside is complete. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Going up top again. Under fire. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Second and short now after that completion. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Intercepted deep in his own end.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
This win, guys, if they can finish it off behind this passing attack today, figures to vault them several notches up in the rankings and serve notice of what they're capable of.
It's funny, we're watching this one now, and some people may be surprised because of the numbers besides each of the team's names. By the end of the year, though, this may have been an obvious decision because of how well this team throws the football, David. They are electric in the air.
And listen, it's still early in the season, but you're proving your passing attack. And you're proving you've got an offense to be dealt with. And you're also putting this one on the schedule for the playoff committee to circle and say, there's a top 10 win. Please continue to rise me up the charts.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he wants it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. If there's time to pad the stats. He wants it all. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as it. These guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team.